Hey, you made it to the video. Alright, so today, in my last video I mentioned that the Datsun needed a new oxygen sensor, and well, I got it picked up. It's backwards on the screen, but today we are going to be installing that, and hopefully she'll start working again. So let's get started and see what happens. So for this you're going to need your oxygen sensor, of course, and a ratchet set, and I picked up a O2 sensor ratchet attachment from AutoZone. It was like 12 bucks, and it's just so you can slide the wire through it while you're cranking away at it. So on my 280Z O2 sensor, I put a light down there, so hopefully you can see this, is right there's the wire, and it comes down. Hopefully you guys can see that. So it's right here. So the O2 sensor I'm installing today is the upstream sensor, so it's the one that is before the exhaust and before the cat. On older cars you may only have one or two, but on newer cars there's so many of them, it's just a headache to replace. So let's see if we can't get this done. So what you want to do first is to unhook the negative side of your battery, just so you don't short anything out, and I will get back to you once I've done that. So I've disconnected the battery now, and the size socket I used was a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to film this the best that I can, just because it's kind of a hard angle. So there's a clip that holds in the O2 sensor itself, and you just pull that back, and you're going to slide it off, and then it should just pull out. There's a little grommet over it to help protect it, and there you go. So this is the part that's going to stay on there. You're going to keep this, and you're going to pull, let's tuck that out of the way, you're going to pull the old O2 sensor out. So I've got the ratchet on there, and I've gotten the wire slid in the correct place, and now I'm going to try and get it off. Hopefully it won't be too hard. So I just broke the bolt, and I really don't think it's been replaced in the past 34 years that the car has been made. I had to remove a heat shield that was guarding the master brake cylinder, so that is over here, and now I'm going to try and get the rest of this out. Hopefully I don't run any more issues, and then we can put the new one in. Here we have the old, let's see if you can see that. There you go. That is the old O2 sensor. Boy, does that look dirty. I really hope that was the problem. And there is the new one right here. Let's see if it'll focus on it. Anyways, that's what it should look like. This is my brand new one I just got from AutoZone. It was like $32. And here's the old one. You can see how dark, and it's just covered in excess fuel, and so my engine's running really rich, and that'll be something else I'll need to fix. I just finished putting it back in, and we're going to start the car up, and hopefully she quits doing what she was doing. She would idle and then stop. She'd idle for a good few minutes when she's warmed up, and then she'll bog out and stall out, and it's no fun. Tip on putting it back in: you need to not push so hard, but make sure it's lined exactly up, just because all the threads, and it took me a good 3 minutes, 4 minutes to line it up properly. But once you do it, there's thread lock on it, you can just tighten it up, and I used some pliers just to make sure it was on there nice and tight, because my tool I had, if you saw in the video that should be right before this, or the segment, the little plastic piece that's on the new one, on the bottom right here, it wouldn't fit all the way down, so I didn't get to use the tool to put it back in. So you have to do it by hand and just tighten it up as much as you possibly can, and then there's thread lock around the threads to help it seal up and keep things from leaking and escaping. So hopefully she's fixed now. We're going to start her up and see what happens. So we are now inside the car, and I am really hoping everything goes well. So we got power, and let's see what happens. I'm going to let her warm up, and I'll get back to you. Well, so far so good. I mean, she seems to be running right, and she hasn't stopped yet. She usually stops by now. I'm not going to get my hopes up too much, just because, you know, it could be once in a blue moon she works. But I'm hoping that was it, and then we can start having some fun with this car. So I'll talk to you in the next video a little bit more about it, make sure she's still running, and just, I'm kind of really speechless that I mean, it's just cool that people can do this. Like, I never would have thought that I would be working with cars, working on cars, and that I would ever be able to fix one. And I mean, people are doing it, and it's just really great, and it's really cool that people can do this. I want to thank you guys for watching again. I'm sorry I've been absent for so long. So, I mean, until next time, peace out.